A big hello and a warm welcome to all of you amazing and beautiful people out there to my channel, the Twinflame Union. In this channeling session, I have been given the message, a very important message about a template that the Divine Feminine possesses. And due to this template, which has not been healed, the Divine Feminine has been facing or has collected energy or the DNA which had led to or has a role in the separation from the DM. This is about the first rejection that the Divine Feminine faced in her romantic life. The first time when she had a crush on someone or she fell in love with someone. The first time she wanted to date someone. When she's just started realizing there is something called attraction. And that person turned out to be a bad apple. That person treated her very badly. And because of that treatment, a very deep wound was created. Even though it has been many years, a long time has passed by, she met many lovers after that, she had many relationships after that. But that wound was always hidden underneath. In the deep subconscious mind, that wound still exists. And the Divine is telling me that this wound has to be healed. That person who hurt her and gave her a rejection and ruined her self-respect and made her feel like she is not good enough. That had a lot to do with her overall karmic template. Because we are all born in a certain template. And at that age, you're very innocent. It's like you have never had any relationship. You're not dated anyone. You've not been with someone. So your first impression about love or dating or being with the right person, being with someone you desire, has actually gone kaput. It has gone so bad. The experience made her cry, made her feel rejected for so many days. She did not even know why it was happening to her, because her friends who were not even that beautiful or not even that talented or smart or different, because she was different. All of you Divine Feminines know that you're different. You were always different. Why did this happen to her? Why did the guy treat her so badly? Why did he make her feel so humiliated and embarrassed? Why? She had no answers. So in this channeling session, we are going to go back in time. Those are my doggos. And this is Paige. She's the most loyal dog and she's here with us for this channeling to give us positivity, love and add the loyalty factor. Paiju. So now that we have this positive energy in our channeling session, I would like to say that this is the first real relationship or first real crush or first real attempt to be with someone for the Divine Feminine. And this was a very traumatic experience for her. In any case, be it a crush, be it a date, or be it a proper relationship. It was a relationship where she was only giving and not getting anything in return. Now, a lot of you Divine Feminines who would resonate with this for sure would know that would have also thought actually that this was the first time I fell in love, the first time I liked someone, the first time I approached someone. Then why did it turn so traumatic? Why did it turn so inhuman? In fact, for a long time, if it was the first relationship, she didn't even know that it was a relationship that gave her a wound. So let me cover up it one by one. And I will cover all three places. Because all three situations have a very important role for her to take and make the most out of it in this channeling session. And this has a lot to do with the template she was born in. And all of you on the spiritual ascension and who has been listening to my channeling and who has been writing their comments, who always tell me that they resonate with it, would also resonate with this one. And I know it because whenever I receive such deep, intense channelings, it is followed by, or it happens after I personally have gone through something very intense. And that's why I can relate with it. And then comes the part where I want to share it, because if I have received something so big, so important from the universe, then I must share it to all my soul sisters, all my soul brothers out there. So the first time when she had a crush on someone, she was very young. She didn't even know what infatuation is or crush is, but it was just a crush for her, where she would smile, blush, like all girls do when they are in puberty. When the first time they know that, they could probably have liking for someone in the opposite sex. And all of these areas really matter, guys. I will cover, there are many channelings that are to be released because there's a lot of work to be done. And I'm already working with some lovely people. And everyone knows that childhood trauma and childhood healing is the most important aspect of this journey. Without that, nothing can happen. That's why I recommend everyone, if they can, I would recommend them to do a complete chakra course, which covers all 7 chakras. And then it covers all aspects. And most important are the 3 chakras, the base chakras. They're very, very important because they are the connection with the materialistic world. And it is the materialistic world, the physical world, the societal world, the community that has given so many wounds to her, to the divine feminine. And why does the universe want me to channel this one only for the divine feminine? Because, as I always say, that feminine is the creator of energy. She is the mother, she is the nurturer, she is the one. And all the feminines who would be on this journey, who would go higher in this journey, would be the ones who are nothing but pure loving beings. But they never really knew how to project love because they were never really given love by anyone, especially in their childhood. What they received was nothing but just a fake thing, which was told to them that it's love. So they never actually figured out what true love is, and therefore they kept running after the fake things, the fake objects and the fake people who looked good from outside, who looked very loving from outside, with how they spoke to the society, how they spoke to the worldly people, how they spoke to, how their behavior was, because from the outer behavior, they were really good actors, all of them. So she had to learn the hard way, and with the help of the masters and with the help. So the love they received was fraudulent. And that's why they always met people who were frauds. And all frauds are very smart. Always remember that. Whenever you meet someone who is a fraud, they will be very smart. They will be very nice. They will be very sweet. They will be really great at acting like a victim. And they would want to get sympathy. And even if they don't want to get sympathy, they will always have people around them who would be like listening to them. And now obviously in the ascension journey also we form a community, we form like-minded people, but as you always know that a thief is always friend with a thief, and the divine feminine was trapped by these thieves and these frauds because she really did not know. So I will come to the friendships in another channeling, because I have been divinely guided to talk about the friendships also she formed, and she needs to heal all of that, everything. There are at least 8 to 9 templates that need to be healed. That is, these are the karma that needs to be resolved, that can be resolved. There are certain karmas that cannot be resolved. It is not meant to be resolved because you're born with that. There are certain things that always stay lifelong. Like for some people, their parents did not raise them, or they lost parents in the childhood. So that is something that cannot be resolved. They have to live with it. But what they can do is that they can resolve other things so that that particular pain does not seem so heavy, or that pain actually helps them in ascension. My own true master, our highest master, he lost his parents when he was very young. He was raised by his grandparents. And he's one of the best people on this planet, on the existence. One of the most true master. So, it can happen to anyone. When Lord Shri Krishna was born, he was born in a jail. And his parents did not raise him. He was raised by parents who were not his biological parents. And when he grew up, he had to leave them and he had to go back to his original biological parents. So it was very difficult for him to do that, but he had to do it because then he took the role of a prince. So he had to be so cold to the same man, to the same woman who had raised him day and night as a child. So that is a very deep wound for any person. If you are raised by someone and one fine day you're told that they are not your real parents, and then you have to go back to your real parents and you have to be like, treat them as if you would treat your real parents, because they were also not at fault, to be honest. The biological parents also suffered a lot. So there is a whole story about Krishna, there is a story of Radha, there is a story of, there's Vishnu Puran, which covers all the lives of Shri Krishna, how many times he took birth on planet Earth. So, as Vishnu, he was taking different forms, different reincarnations. And Krishna was one of them, but a very powerful one. So, if I pick all the goddesses, they also had this very hard life. Sita was born from the Mother Earth. So once again, she did not have biological human parents. She was always aware about that. She was always told that. And in the end, when she leaves the planet, she actually sits in the lap of her mother, who's actually Mother Earth. So, I can give many examples like that. And the reason I'm giving you these examples is to not feel disheartened. Know that your journey is special. If you have taken a very difficult template on planet Earth, where you never felt that someone actually for real loved you. Obviously, when you met your twin, you felt that real love. But that real love was actually being generated from within you. Because by the time you had already awakened. So when you got awakened, you began to awaken the real love in other forms and other people, like friends, some genuine friends you found, a genuine teacher or a genuine therapist. This is also not easy, I'll be honest with you, to find genuine coaches, because there are so many people who really don't care about another person's ascension. And I have met them and they have really given me big heartbreaks. But once again, it was my fault because, I had my own guru and still I went to those people. So I had to learn the lesson to differentiate between fake and real. This whole journey is about truth and false. How to decode the truth, right, when it is hidden under the falsehood. To remove the layers of falsehood, to remove the layers of fake is what the whole ascension spiritualistic journey is all about. So when she has her first crush, she really adores him, she really likes him, she likes to see a glimpse of him every day. And obviously she's young, so she's a still growing up kid, like a teenager, or probably about to be a teenager, or in the mid-teens. It can play around in many ways. But it is her first crush. And this first crush comes and slaps her. Just imagine, you have a crush on someone and they slap you. Or he just physically assaults her, say, just gives her a punch, or does something very mean to her, pushes her on the ground. And probably this person also knows that she has a crush on him. Because then you know it. There are things that certain things people know. And according to what the channeling is telling me, that person who she had a crush on knew that she had a crush. And in a very pure way. It's not the dirty way that she's imagining him sexually. No, she's not even in that zone. It's just you have an infatuation towards someone. You just like to see them. You like to be happy when you see them. That's it. Nothing more than that. But that's why it's a crush. So this person pushes her on the ground. And when she wants to approach to the mother or to a friend, they are either absent or they are helpless, or they blame her, or they say, why did you have to do this or be who you are to be treated this way? For example, she didn't even do anything. She probably was too straightforward. According to what the channeling is telling me, the incident that I see is that there is a divine feminine, she has a crush on someone, and that person pushes her on the ground. Why? Because they assume that she has seen something that they were trying to hide. Like, you know how these, in that age, people have these games, people do these things, they hide stuff, something like that. Nothing very serious, but he made it very serious and he physically assaulted her. And not only that, he also made sure that the mother also does not believe the girl if the girl approaches the mother, putting many fears. So this is a very shrewd person, a very fraud person who knew these tactics right from childhood. Like when you have very fraud parents, when you have parents whose only mission in life, or who have always earned money by fooling other people, by scamming other people, by making big time lies. You know, when such people have children, the children grow up in an atmosphere where from the very beginning they learn all these inhuman tricks. And they know that this is how they will do good in life, because that's the only way they know. So when such people are being raised, they are very smart, they play these games with others. And the divine feminine is too innocent to understand that. But yes, she gets a big heartbreak and she does not have anyone to confide into. She does not have anyone to talk to. And she doesn't even know why she was treated like that. Why would someone she had a crush on physically assault her, punch her, or slap her, or push her on the floor, or just scare her, just give her some kind of a threat? Like they threaten a person. Some people threaten, they are very good in threatening others. So this leaves a very big wound in her heart. And she has carried this wound till now. Yes, my friends, my soul sisters, my beautiful soul sisters, my beautiful soul brothers, whosoever is carrying the feminine template and is here with me and is on the serious mission, you have carried that with you. You have not let that go. You have not released it. It's time to release it. Because this not only would help you release the pattern which you did not receive any love and comfort in. Because just imagine, for example, in today's world, if someone troubles my child like that, or my girl or my boy like that, I would go and make sure that those people know who they are messing with. And I would also give this lesson to my children that I am always there for them no matter what. I will always protect them through thick and thin, and no one can put a finger on them, especially if they are right. If they are wrong, then also I will make sure that I teach them in the best way. I give them the best learning, best teaching. And this is why all of you are playing a very important role on this planet, because you guys would be nurturing children. If not your own biological children, most of you probably don't even want biological children. If you don't nurture your own biological children, you take care of destitutes, or you sponsor someone, or you become a teacher, or many things can play out for you. Or if you do have childbirth, if you do have biological children, then too, you have to make them feel protected. And the love has to be one love. It cannot be the fake, fraudulent love, which is based on conditions. That if I grow up these children, if I educate them, if I do this for them, that for them, then later on when they grow up, they better take care of me. They better fulfill all my wishes. They better buy me all the things that I want. They have to be like my servants all the time, my loyal servants who will take care of me. So that kind of parenting is a very bad parenting. Selfless parenting is very important because even the parents have to be completely emotionally independent. Now, at the masculine side also, though this is only for feminines, but I would still say at the masculine side also, there could have been certain energies like that. For example, an aunt or an uncle in the family or someone physically molest them. They probably had a crush on them, they had a very strong liking for them, but that person physically assaults them, physically uses them, tries to have some kind of a sexual interaction with them. It can break their heart big time. It can break their heart and it can block the sacral chakra in such a way that later on, when he finds the divine feminine, when he finds true love, he cannot really differentiate for a long time. So don't blame your divine masculine also. He and you are mirrors. He and you had to go through this, all of this dance, all of this type of a pattern. You all had to. It was inevitable. Bad people will come, bad people will go. And you have to learn to be a badass with people who are bad. And you have to learn to be really nice, gentle angel with people who deserve it. Never give your energy to the wrong people for the wrong things and in the wrong way. Because your energy is precious. And in order to understand, in order to read people better, in order to know who is who, you have to go through all the steps of this journey. And one by one you have to detach. So the first love interest or romantic interest of the divine feminine, her first crush, was a really horrible person, a very evil soul. This is what I have been told. And there is nothing wrong in saying that. What is the truth? Truth is truth. If someone is evil, they are evil. If someone is a horrible person, they are a horrible person. What she could have done at that young, raw age was actually nothing. Because she really did not have anyone. But then she did have the source. Because the source did take her out from that situation. That was a very depressing situation. But there was some sense of humor and some moving on energy that this divine feminine had. Most of you will have that. That she actually moved on from it very fast and very quick. But she never forgave and forget that person. Now, why I would say forgive this person is because this person is an evil person. This person is a pure evil soul. And it's not like he would have been happy, because whosoever these people marry, whosoever these people live with, they are all basically of some or the other use for them. So they are never loyal, they are never really genuine, they are never really nice to anyone. Till the end of their life, they keep using their looks or their power or their position or their money or just victim card they play just to get sympathy. This is their business. This is how they survive on planet Earth. This is how they make money. They may make a little bit more money or they may be poor still. That doesn't matter, but this is how they survive. So this is one thing you guys all need to go back and don't discuss it with anyone. I'm talking it with you because my job is to help you guys find the right place. So now when you've listened to this, what I would recommend to you, what I would suggest to you, and I would have done this otherwise in a session, but I would tell you to go back in that time and don't complain with anyone, don't discuss with anyone, because people won't understand it unless and until they are in a community like this, or they are in the ascension journey, or they are with a coach and they are in a class. You have to release that person. You have to release that person. Whether you do it on your own, whether you do it with the help of a healer or a coach, whether you go to a therapist, whether you do it via journaling really helps. But do it. Use any way to release this evil person from your system, from your template. And it may be possible that you may not release him fully, because in my own journey, in my own case, when I started doing my inner work, my healing work, I had to do certain people, certain things, had to be released more than one time, twice or thrice, 4 times. Sometimes because their impact was so heavy and so strong. So on this, I will end part 1 over here so that you have some work to do while I record the part 2 and share it with you all. Thank you so much for being here with me. I love you all so much. And I know you deserve to be loved. That's why One love and peace out, and catch you in the next one.